Marilyn Manson is finally getting exposed for all of the demonic works that he's done. Okay. There's a woman who is going to give a testimony about some of the heinous things that she had to endure by Marilyn Manson. Not only her, but other people too. And not only that, you're going to hear out of Marilyn Manson's own mouth how he disrespect God and the Bible, and also how he's trying to effectively pursue the will of Satan in this world. Okay. I do think that this is one of the most demonic people in the music industry. And after this video, you're going to see why. Okay. Before we hop into this video, do me a quick favor. Hit that like button for the YouTube algorithm so that this video can reach more people like yourself. I truly appreciate you guys. Let's go ahead and hop in.
Can we take a minute to talk about what's really going on with Marilyn Manson? Because behind all the makeup, theatrics, sold-out arenas is a decades-long pattern of exploitation and abuse, and he's still walking free. Remember Bianca Elaine Kind? In 1995, she was just 16 and invited onto his tour bus after a concert, but then she was laughed at and threatened with death if she ever spoke up. And it wasn't a one-off. He's been accused of targeting minors who trusted him at his shows. Then there were all those crew members, security guards, who say he hurled mic stands at them, forced their heads into his gyrating and even pled no contest to felony sexual conduct in 2001. Evan Rachel Wood, the famous actress, had the courage to testify before the California State Senate about the abuse she experienced, beatings, electric shocks with a violet wand, and the way he'd tie her up to prove her loyalty. That occurred while she was in a relationship with him from 2007 to 2010. And let's not forget Esme and Bianco's horror stories of being chased with an axe, starved, drugged, and tortured, or Ashley Walters being forced awake for 48 hours straight, whipped and shoved into walls. Every time a survivor stepped forward, Manson quietly settled or paid a fine. And he kept his stage lights on. So come on. This isn't just rock star drama.
This man is a monster. He's a complete monster. Okay. And when you hear him talk, and you don't even have to be in the same room as him to see and to even feel the demonic presence that lives inside of him. It's real. But first, I want to show you guys this video of a woman who details exactly what took place between her and Marilyn Manson and how this affected her in her life. Okay. This is crazy, but this lets us know that some of these people in the music industry are extremely, extremely demonic and evil, and they love to do this stuff. All right, let's check this out. Let's go ahead and hop in.
In 2021, you went public about the abuse you endured by Brian Warner. Most people know Brian as Marilyn Manson. How were you first introduced to Marilyn Manson?
I actually met him after a concert. He just had like a meet and greet afterward. About half of the band left. And then the two stayed on the bus were Jordy White and Brian Warner. And they were the ones most interested in the little girls. And he was 26, by the way, and I had just turned 16. The other girls are 13 and 14. Not only is this my favorite band, but now I met them, they're paying attention to me, and I'm like, finally, I found my people.
But you must have felt really special.
I did.
Yeah, I could totally see that. So what happened next?
This is where it gets hard.
It's okay, take your time.
So of course, I'm thinking like, this is the coolest thing ever. And I always blame myself because I liked him. He had the 14-year-old girl with braces on his lap, playing with her hair. And it's just really disgusting when I say these things out loud because she's 14.
Right.
He was doing gross things. He was like taking her hand, putting those. It progressed. That was the first time that I'd ever had intercourse, so it was just weird. Not at all what I wanted or expected. I didn't want to say no because I was more afraid that he wouldn't like me anymore, that he wouldn't.
No, it makes perfect sense. I understand that grooming, and I understand when someone has assaulted you, but is also giving you that type of love and attention and adoration that you've never experienced before and you weren't getting at home.
Yeah.
That's also what he's picking up on and playing on with you. How did you guys leave?
Honestly, it was horrifying because after it was finished, he told me to get the of his bus, and if I told anyone, he would me and my family, and he pointed right. And I knew exactly what he meant. And I was just like, shit, I'm never saying a word.
He knew that he had the power over you.
Oh, not just me, like all of us. So many little girls. Oh my gosh.
This is an interview that was done quite some time ago. I'm not sure about the year, but I can imagine sometime in the 90s maybe, of Marilyn Manson and some of the things that he's done. He's going to explain some of the things that he's done with the Bible and his disrespect towards God, and also how he is trying to confuse people to do what they want and to take a deep look at their beliefs and try to bring in that maybe they shouldn't believe these things. Okay. And there's a quote from the satanic culture called "Do what thou wilt." Okay. And that is what these people live by. Do what you want to do. Don't do what you're told or what you're asked to do or what is considered to be the right thing to do. Okay. And let me just say that he has not renounced any of his beliefs. He hasn't changed any of his beliefs up to now, as far as I know. He still is the same person that he was in the past. Okay, let's check this out.
There are rumors about what you do, and then there's the reality of what you do. There are, for example, you do rip pages out of the Bible in your concert. You do wipe your ass with the American flag. Some of these things, you have to admit, are controversial.
Absolutely.
I mean,
they're designed to make people think, but the point with a Bible or a flag is to say it's only as valid as you make it in your heart. A piece of paper. It's all about
perception, isn't it, Marilyn?
A piece of paper or a piece of cloth doesn't mean anything. It's what you believe. And I want people to think about what they believe. I want them to consider if everything they've been taught, if that's what they want to believe or that's what they've been told that they have to believe.
We've all compared Ozzy Osbourne and his style of art or his look and his music to the same as Marilyn Manson. And they are similar, if we can be honest. They're dark, right? It looks demonic. It is demonic. But there's a difference between Marilyn Manson and Ozzy Osbourne. Because Ozzy, before he passed away, got gifted a Bible and he loved it. And he kept the Bible with him as he traveled. And his views on God appeared to have changed as he got older. But Marilyn Manson has not. And there is a distinct difference in them because Marilyn Manson is an actual Satanist and he worships Satan and he's not afraid to say it. But Ozzy Osbourne in the past has said that he's not a Satanist. It was just art and that he was a member of the Church of England. Okay. So this is what this guy's going to talk about. Let's check this out.
Osbourne and Black Sabbath were at one point considered to be like the most evil music imaginable. And over the course of 40 years, it went from moms trying to get Ozzy's records banned from being sold in stores because they were just too satanic, too scary, to like Crazy Train playing at Little League games. It's weird how that transition happened and none of the satanic panic people were like, oh yeah, that was our bad, by the way. Like, we definitely blew that out of proportion. Because the truth is, Black Sabbath and Ozzy Osbourne were never into the occult. In an interview, Ozzy said it was always meant to be a gag. They didn't think it would go any further than that. Then one time when Black Sabbath was on tour, a group of Satanists found out which hotel they were staying in, and they started camping out outside of Ozzy's room. When they lit a bunch of black candles to do like a ritual or whatever, apparently Ozzy came out of his room, blew out all the candles, and started singing Happy Birthday to himself. Apparently much later in life, Ozzy met Marilyn Manson, who would also use Satanist imagery as a way to market himself. And so when they were talking about it, Marilyn Manson talked about how he was actually a member of the Church of Satan, and Ozzy started laughing, and he was like, that's not supposed to be serious, man. He's like, I'm not a Satanist, I'm a member of the Church of England. The song Mr. Crowley is not an ode to Aleister Crowley, it's more like making fun of him. The song War Pigs is basically talking about how God is gonna punish all the generals for like constantly causing war one day when Armageddon comes. So playing Ozzy Osbourne at Little League games I think is just a natural course of things. And it always goes how if you start off like a super controversial, edgy musician that teenagers love, eventually your music will become dad rock. And then after that, it will inevitably become Little League rock.
Okay, so real quick, let me show you guys some of the allegations that have been placed against him. Because some people may think that I'm just, over my head with saying this man is obviously one of the most demonic people in the music industry. And I'm going to show you why. His works are going to show for themselves, okay? So this is an article by BBC, and they titled it Brainwashed. Evan Rachel Wood, who's an actor, came out in 2021 and revealed that Marilyn Manson actually did some horrible things to her as well. And I'm going to show you guys this article. It says, on Monday, Wood alleged that Manson was her abuser for the first time via a statement posted on her Instagram account. The name of my abuser is Brian Warner, also known to the world as Marilyn Manson, the Westworld actress claimed. He started me when I was a teenager and horrifically abused me for years. I was brainwashed and manipulated into submission. Okay. It says Marilyn responded to the allegations in his own Instagram post on Monday evening saying, Obviously, my art and my life have long been magnets for controversy, but these recent claims about me are horrible distortions of reality. So he said these are not true. He says, my intimate relationships have always been entirely consensual with like-minded partners. Now, let me show you the allegations of different women against Marilyn Manson. Okay, there's Ashley Walters. She says that she worked for him full-time as a personal assistant. She claims that he frequently became violent and would throw glass plates and heavy objects. She alleged that Manson offered her up for encounters with collaborators and continued to harass her after their professional relationship ended. She now struggles with PTSD and depression. Gabriella says Manson reportedly tied her up, did some things to her, and she claimed that he forced her to take drugs with him and demanded she make a blood pact with him. So he demanded her to make a blood pact with him by cutting both their hands with broken glass. That is a satanic ritual, guys. Okay. And you're going to see exactly that why he does this stuff, because he is a Satanist indeed. His demeanor and his art is not just art. It's also who he is. Okay. Sarah McNeely says she was thrown against the wall by Manson and he threatened to her face with a baseball bat. She says that she was locked in a room when she was bad, verbally berated for hours, and made to feel worthless. She suffers from PTSD and mental health issues. Ashley Lindsay Morgan alleges that she wasn't allowed to eat, sleep, or leave Manson's house. She claims Manson cut and burned her and asked her to bring him Nazi memorabilia. She says she has been left with PTSD, anxiety, and night terrors. So these are multiple women coming up and having these allegations against this guy. And they all are leaving with PTSD, anxiety, depression by this guy, by this man. Now, I do want to tell you guys that in this year, BBC also reported that these claims that were against him were dropped in court. And the reason why is not because he was proven to be innocent. The reason why is because they said that it was past the statute of limitations. Okay. So the claims that they have made against him went way past the time frame where prosecutors could do anything about it, which in my case, and from my understanding, I don't think he's innocent. I want to show you guys a Bible verse that speaks on the evilness inside of us by what we allow to be inside of us, okay? And what we consume, the things that we do, okay? This is Matthew 6:22, verse 24. And this is, I believe this applies to Marilyn Manson a lot, okay? It says, the eye is the lamp of the body. If your eyes are healthy, your whole body will be full of light. But if your eyes are unhealthy, your whole body will be full of darkness. If then the light within you is darkness, how great is that darkness? Okay, so Marilyn Manson obviously indulges in demonic cult stuff, right? He's done it for a long time. It's obvious the way that he dresses, the way that he looks, ripping the Bible apart, talking about God, so many different things, right? The allegations that are against him, people coming forth saying he's done evil things to him. His light inside of him, the light that is inside of him is dark. It's dark. And if the light inside of you is dark, how great is that darkness? There's no light there. Do you guys know who the light is? The light is Jesus Christ. He is the light of the world. Okay. And so when you disrespect God so much, and you in your heart and in your mind reject God and even worships Satan, that's how darkness gets in you. You become very dark because the light is nowhere around you. And if your light in you is dark, that is an overwhelming amount of darkness inside of your body. And it also says, no one can serve two masters. Either you will hate the one and love the other, or you will be devoted to the one and despise the other. You cannot serve both God and money. Okay. Now, this says God and money, but we can also apply God and Satan. You can't serve Satan and God at the same time. You will hate the one and love the other, or you will be devoted to the one and despise the other. If you love God, you will hate Satan and his works. If you love Satan, you will hate God and his works. Okay. And it appears that Marilyn Manson loves Satan and hates God. And I think that is the worst thing for him, because when he passes away, his soul will be eternally away from God. And that seems like right now doesn't seem that crazy because you don't know what that is. But when you get there, you will know exactly what that means. I pray that Marilyn Manson would change his views on God. I pray that Marilyn Manson would repent and turn from his evil acts, drop on his knees, follow Christ, because Christ is the light. And then the light will be inside of him and he will definitely be able to be changed. But the way that he's moving right now, it's very sad. It's very sad to see. And the things that he's done, apparently from what is coming out against him, is sad. Pray for the people, the women also that have gone through these things that they say they went through. God knows who they are. We don't have to know every single detail about them, but God knows everything about them. But man, this is crazy. This is crazy. He's getting exposed though for all of the things that he's done. I'm interested to know what you guys think about this video and Marilyn Manson and some of the things that are up against him. And do you listen to Marilyn Manson's music? And if so, how do you feel about everything that's taking place? Okay. Let me know in the comment section. If you're new to the channel and you like what you see, I encourage you to hit that subscribe button and hit the post notification bell so you do not miss another video. My name's Aaron Page. I'll catch y'all on the next video. Until next time, I'm out.